Okay, let's dive into this. Welcome to The Explainer, everyone. Today, we're setting the stage for what is honestly shaping up to be a truly definitive 2026 summer transfer window for Arsenal. I mean, the rumors are flying, the fans are absolutely buzzing, but listen, we're here to strip away all that noise. We're going to break down the data to separate the transfer myths from the tactical reality of what Mikel Arteta is actually building. And we've got to start right here. £400,000 per week. That is the staggering number attached to the rumor that literally broke the internet. Arsenal's supposed record-breaking contract offer to pry Vinicius Jr. away from Real Madrid. It sounds like a total dream scenario, right? An absolute statement of intent.
But, well, let's aggressively burst that rumor bubble for a second. Just look at this quote from Jose Mourinho. He calls Vinicius a non-negotiable cornerstone of the project alongside Mbappe and Bellingham. And honestly, that tells you everything you need to know. Real Madrid doesn't view him as an asset to be sold. To them, he is completely untouchable.
Now, what's really interesting about this is the sheer urgency of Madrid's response. As of July 28, 2026, they immediately scheduled face-to-face renewal talks and pushed a massive counteroffer. Even with Madrid bringing in a massive €100 million plus signing in Yan Diomande, Vinny isn't being pushed out of the spotlight at all. Arsenal's interest was entirely exploratory, and there is absolutely no public desire from Vinny to leave Spain. None.
So pivoting away from the Vinicius fantasy, what does the reality actually look like? Let's break down Mikel Arteta's ideal winger profile. This is exactly what Arsenal is actually shopping for. Arteta demands extreme versatility. You have to play both flanks, press aggressively, and carry the ball under intense pressure. And check out that required output column. 10 to 15 goals and 8 to 12 assists. If you can't hit those numbers, you simply don't fit the system, and you're not going to help Arsenal win major titles.
With that incredibly specific criteria in mind, we are now moving to the 2026 realistic shortlist. These are the players who actually fit both Arteta's demanding tactical system and Arsenal's realistic financial budget. These are the moves that can genuinely happen.
Which brings us to target number 1, Nico Williams.
Now, of all the names we're discussing today, this athletic club star is arguably the most ready-made, plug-and-play option in European football right now. And here is exactly why he's so attainable. €58 million. That's his active release clause. It completely removes the need for exhausting, drawn-out negotiations with his club. It basically gives Arsenal a direct, straightforward path to bringing him to North London. If they want him, they literally just have to trigger it.
But, there's always a catch. Let's look at the analysis. On one hand, the pros are phenomenal. You've got explosive one-on-one ability, and he can perfectly play left wing or right wing, which provides that desperately needed rotation for Bukayo Saka. But on the flip side, you have Arsenal's heavy hesitation over his extremely high wage demands. It's a major point of financial friction that the board absolutely has to weigh carefully.
Moving on, we have target number 2, Savinho.
This Girona and Citigroup star is a fascinating one. Surprisingly, intelligence suggests the Citigroup is actually open to selling him to a club outside of Manchester City. Arsenal have scouted him heavily, and man, it's easy to see why they love him. He commands a reasonable £45 to £55 million price tag, boasts elite acceleration, and crucially, scouts actually describe him as a pressing monster. Arsenal views Savinho as the absolute ideal rotation-plus winger who flawlessly matches Arteta's high-intensity pressing demands.
Next up is target number 3, a name Premier League fans know very well, Pedro Neto.
Arsenal has literally tracked this Wolves winger relentlessly for over 3 years. So the crucial point here is that it all comes down to a strict balance of risk and reward. Stylistically, for £55 to £65 million, he's the safest tactical fit. His dual flank ability is just perfect for Arteta. But the big risk staring him right in the face? It's his significant and lingering injury history. That extensive medical record is really the sole hesitation holding this deal back.
That takes us to target number 4, Bayern Munich's Michael Olise.
Market intelligence suggests Bayern might actually be open to selling for around £70 to £80 million, provided they secure another elite attacker first. And Arsenal absolutely loves his creative profile. We're talking elite left-footed creativity and incredible versatility. I mean, he can play on the right, the left, or even seamlessly slot into an attacking midfield role. But keep in mind, this deal is highly dependent on a market domino effect. It relies entirely on Bayern's summer transfer moves falling into place first.
Finally, we arrive at target number 5, Khvicha Kvaratskhelia.
If Arsenal decides to go for a pure luxury blockbuster option, this Napoli superstar is the guy. But this is the cost. Look at that number. Well over €100 million is required to pull him away from Italy. It's a massive feat for sure, and pulling this off depends heavily on how Napoli plans to fund their own broader summer rebuild.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why Arsenal would even consider dropping that kind of money. They basically view Kvaratskhelia stylistically as a Vinny Light profile. He's a similar elite isolation dribbler who can just completely break down low blocks. If you can't have Vinicius Jr., Kvaratskhelia is hands down the closest tactical profile you can acquire.
But before we wrap this up, we absolutely must acknowledge the internal wildcard here, Gabriel Martinelli.
He's the internal solution if the broader transfer market just completely collapses. Let's look at the Martinelli situation. Arsenal still firmly believes he can return to his explosive 2022-23 form. But here's the thing, they want fierce competition, not comfortable reliance. Relying solely on Martinelli actually contradicts Arteta's ultimate goal of creating a ruthless squad environment. He's fantastic, obviously, but he is not the preferred plan A for the 2026 window.
So that brings us to our final thought. Who completes Arteta's arsenal? Look at the realistic options we've laid out today. We've separated the fantasy from the facts, right? Nico Williams, Savinho, Pedro Neto, Elise, or Kvaratskhelia. I highly encourage you to dive deeper into these tactical scouting reports yourself because the pieces are definitely on the board. So I leave you with this question to chew on. Based on everything we've gone through in this explainer, who is the one player that truly completes Arteta's arsenal?